What's your name? Hitman?
Hitman. Actually, the old pest control business used to be known as the Hitman.
Yeah.
That's what it was called, Hitman, yeah. So it was still listed as Hitman.
Yeah,
yeah, he's at 100 metres,
yeah.
and the second one's at 200.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Well, if I'm going to go after live quarry tomorrow, I kind of need to know that this is
good enough,
going where I point it. So
yeah.
It's not in the way.
Just remember, you volunteered this. Ow! Free haircut.
I did not say it was free.
Well, no, but I think I got what I paid for.
Look at the nuts on that.
Done. Right, well, as you've obviously gathered, I've been invited on a little muntjac foray tomorrow. There is a little stag that is on the shopping list apparently. I'm going for a variation on my firearms certificate. This is 2250. I actually want to up my calibre to 243, and even though I've done my DSC1 deer stalking certificate, but I spoke to the firearms officer. He said, well, actually what we really want on top is some actual experience. Well, I've done it, but nothing's been logged, so I have to have like letters to say I've done it and sort of evidence that I've been out and I've been been mentored, if you like, for going deer stalking. So although to me stalking a deer is probably no harder really than stalking a rabbit, apart from the fact that this is a bit more powerful than an air rifle. So I have this rifle is set to 200 metres for a 22-250. That is well within its capable range. I mean, it's capable of a lot further than that. This is a very, very fast round. I think these chaps are flying at something like 3,600 feet per second, so it doesn't take very long to get from here to there. But yeah, but I still need to know that I'm hitting a target that big at 200 metres at least, no bigger than that. So right, everybody knows what I'm doing, not going to frighten anybody, shall we? Right, we're going to go with the 100 metre target first, just to make sure that I'm in the ballpark. Dogs are all shut in, scope set, just focus. Right, and when you're ready, we'll go for left hand. Check. Looks pretty good. Come out of there, you. We'll just bang another one in the same hole to make sure. I've actually only just walked back up from put the targets out, so my heart is still racing a little bit. Okay, so we are on 100 metres, we're about 1.25 inches high, which is somewhere about right. We're also a ½ inch, come out, we're also a ½ inch to the left. So how did you manage to do that then? So if we are both right, we'll have a minor adjustment, so we're empty. Let's try that. So we'll stick the same range at 100 metres. We'll go for the right hand target there. Right. Dead centre. 1.5 inches high. So we'll do my 200 meter target, which is basically an extremely rough drawing of a muntjac. And we'll take him just behind the shoulder if we can. Okay, we're still inch high, so we'll come down, up, down. I don't mind banging off a few rounds. I'm not rushing to this, although this is a stainless steel barrel, it won't heat up quite the same as normal steel, and it's fluted and blah blah blah. I'm not rushing, but I don't mind getting rid of these because I was actually told off by the firearms officer for not shooting enough rounds down range. So when I went for my application, it was a case of, yeah, well, we can do your application in, but you're not shooting enough rounds off. Well, that's easy enough cure, isn't it? So. And my target just blew over. Right. Okay. Right. If you'll excuse me, I've got to go down there and pick my target up, which means I'll have to wait 10 minutes because I've got to get my heartbeat right back. Oh, I wonder if I can. If I put one in the box at midway, that'll give me a clue anyway. We're on the crease at midway. Well, that went right where I pointed the crosshairs. So I reckon we are pretty much on. But what I'll do is I will go down and have a look. Okay, just a gentle stroll down, nothing too exerting, because at my age, when the old heart starts pumping, everything moves. So right, we'll have a look at the first target and my first group, and then we'll go down to the second one and we'll just have a look, see what we're doing. So at 100 meters, that was my point of aim, and that's my 2 rounds there. So I shifted my point of aim, or the scope, to the right 2 minutes, and that's my point of aim and my impact there at 100 meters, bearing in mind the scope is set to 200 meters. So remember the distance between that point there and there. So it's literally, what, thickness of my thumb. So at that point, 100 meters, the round is still rising. If you understand ballistics, the round is still rising. So, and speaking of ballistics, I did a video a year or so back where I did something similar. I was just sighting in my scope, which I do a couple of times a year, and somebody kicked off saying, "Oh, it was unsafe. I didn't have a safe backstop. It was, I didn't have something safe to shoot into." May I assure you that all this ground is covered up to 243 by the firearms officer, and we went through with where I shot from and where my range was and how I did everything. And even though there's a public footpath right through the middle of it, I could see both ends of it. So it is safe. As far as the ground is concerned, we're not stony. This is all nice, pliable soil. And we're also using ballistic tip ammunition, which is basically plastic cap. So when this thing hits the ground, it disintegrates. All right, so there's my muntjac. There's my point of aim, and that was my hit. So if that was a live target, although it would do the job, it would break his back in effect. It's not where I want it. I want it down here. So I've just lowered the scope 2 minutes on the dial, and to test that out, I was aiming for this crease here, midway in between. So I don't reckon we're going to be far away. Not really. But anyway, my little muntjac blew over, so I've had to put him back up. Hopefully that won't blow over now. So right, we're going to go back up. We've marked that spot there. We're aiming for that there. That's what we're going for. From up there. 200 meters to me is long enough. If my target is more than 200 meters away, unless it's a second shot because the first one didn't make its mark properly, then I might go for a longer shot. I know that fence is 310 meters, and I know that if I put a line of oranges on those fence posts down there, I could pretty much, on a calm day, I can just knock them off for fun. So and to be perfectly honest, the round is so flat, the difference in where my reticule will be for the scope, for my zero, between the 100 meters and the 300 meters, we're talking a couple of inches at the most. Right, we'll wander up gently, keep the pulse down, keep me breathing steady, and then we'll knock over my painted muntjac. I hope. Oh yeah, before anybody asks, I've no plans to take the camera out for an actual stalk tomorrow, because that's not what I'm doing it for. I'm doing it because I want to revise my FAC, and I need to evidence some actual stalking, and that doesn't mean I actually have to shoot anything. I'm quite happy to go out tomorrow morning and just watch things, don't actually have to pull the trigger. So apparently we've got one stag or buck we're looking for, and that's kind of all we're interested in. Right then, shall we? Calm the breathing. When I was a young fellow, I could walk down that field briskly, walk back up and shoot 300 meters, and I'd be a couple inches group happy. If I do that now, I'd be lucky to get 6 inches group. I have to literally just calm myself down a bit. I think it's because I'm a bit fat. Shh. Right. You'll have to come back up the pocket, including you that have escaped, and just the one. You can also come back up the pocket, and you can go back in there. Shall we? What's the heart looking like? Oh, not too bad. Okay, I took his elbow off. Let's see if I can take his elbow off again. Yeah. One more for luck. Okay, right, should we go see what the damage is? You come, mate. Okay, my point of aim centre there. I mean, they're all on the line and they're all fatal shots. If that was a real muntjac, I mean, in reality, this is actually the size of a very big rabbit, maybe a hare. That so from 200 meters, 2 fingers breadth. So the grouping is basically, I don't know, it's within a 50p piece anyway. So I'm happy with that. So maybe one more click to the right. Right, okay, carry this back up again. Come on, muntjac. Well, I've already been out and given it a dose of the boar scrubber and the other various solvents to get rid of. Only fired half a dozen shots, but it's still worth cleaning through afterwards. The bolt, I'll polish at the end of it and just lubricate that, make sure he's okay. Shooting rifles I've always thoroughly enjoyed, and shotguns, whatever else, always enjoyed it. Cleaning them afterwards, never my favourite thing, but it is very necessary. At the end of the day, although I'm going out again tomorrow and I might get to pull the trigger again tomorrow, where I've got to clean it again, there's just as much of a chance that I won't. So if I put it away clean tonight, take it out for a walk tomorrow, if I don't shoot anything, I don't do anything, I can just give it a quick wipe over with a rag and put it away again. There's no need to go through the whole process again, unless of course it gets wet. So, right, so and yeah, it's had a good soak. We'll give her a quick run through, and then with the wad, and then we're pretty much done. There you go. We'll just put that on the floor, make sure I've got nothing on Mrs. P's tiles, because she'll spot it and I'll get told off. It's okay. So I won't go mad at it, but I do like to put stuff away, you know, clean. That solver's quite strong stuff. So for those of you who don't know or are wondering, this is a Remington 700 stainless steel in 22-250. So lovely little rifle. I say little, it's actually the heaviest gun I own. Now whether that's because of the stainless steel portion of it or the composite stock, I don't know, but it is a lovely, lovely little rifle. This used to be the personal rifle of our local gun shop owner, and he had it all tweaked and done. The trigger is, I think it is maximum of £2 pull on it. It's a lovely little trigger, crisp. Well, it's just a little dream to shoot this thing. As I mentioned earlier, I could put a row of oranges on the fence posts above the field, 310 meters, and calm day, I reckon I could easily 9 out of 10 of them at least I would take off there. So right, that's that, that's that, that's that, that's that done. You're clean through there. You need a little wipe man with a rag in there just to finish that off, which is in my other gun cleaning kit. So right, okay, well I'm going to go on and finish just tidying this up, ready for tomorrow. and then go and feed the cattle, I suppose.